And we are live. I always wait a couple of seconds because sometimes it cuts me off. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Align You TV. And I have the pleasure of interviewing, I'm going to say it in French today, Felecia Etienne, who is going to tell us about her summit that's starting tomorrow, Your Best Year Yet Summit. And I've been very, what's the word? The word's gone right out of my head. I'm just very delighted that she's inviting me to speak there as well. But in the meantime, let's focus on her. Felecia, tell us a little bit about you, who you serve, and tell us about the summit.
So first of all, I'm so excited you are a speaker at the Best Year Yet, part of the Productivity Powerhouse Summit. This whole event is really designed to help folks live into their best version of themselves right now. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm a certified high performance coach, business and life strategist. So I help folks achieve their brilliance while living the life they want right now. So enjoying the seasons. A lot of time as high achievers, we are so into doing all the things and we can't do the hard things. But we're talking about offline, Amanda. How do we simplify our life so that we're enjoying the simple joy, that we're accomplishing the things we're set out in this earth to do? And we're bringing the level of courage and grace. So I work with business owners as well as entrepreneurs and some high achieving professionals, C-suite, that's ready to take their life, their business, their careers to the next level.
Excellent. I know that we've had a couple of conversations already. We're seeing patterns in our industry and within women that we get so overloaded. And like you said a moment ago, we're really smart, driven, ambitious women. We don't want small dreams. We want big dreams. We want to travel with our family. We want to make an impact in the world.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there's so many shiny objects out there, and we are so inundated with such amazing, brilliant information from so many people. We now have to be really choosy about how we simplify our life, still take some of that information, but stick to the things, stick to the basics. Am I getting those needle moving things done every morning? Or have I got 40 windows open on my computer? You know, it comes back to those daily things. Are we doing those little things in between kids, school, coaching clients to get those things that are really moving our business forward? Sure. So in the summit, I know we've got some great speakers, and there's three kind of pillars that you're going to be focusing us on. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Felecia?
Absolutely. So with this particular summits and all the summits we do within the Productivity Powerhouse event, we focus on pillars. So for this one here, Your Best Year Yet edition, we want to start with your mindset and want to start with your vision. And all of us know strategy is amazing. You've got to have the strategy, and most of us have the strategy. We have invested in the strategy, but sometimes where the gap is when it comes to the strategy is the execution of the strategy, and that's where your mindset plays. So if your mindset is not aligned and you don't have that vision that truly inspires you, that vision that gets you moving, all the strategy in the world means nothing if you can't execute against that strategy, because your vision and your mindset is not where it needs to be. And that's why we're focusing on that pillar. And it's so foundational in everything we're doing. So we have some experts coming in talking to us about how do you lay that vision down. We also have experts coming in. How do you have your brand in alignment with the vision? So now you are internally motivating yourself. You're not waiting for other people on the outside. And we know there's a bunch of noise. No matter what part of the world you're in, you're probably hearing a lot of noise. So this is the year you have to center yourself and be present and empower yourself and drive yourself forward and not be dependent on an organization, a person, or anyone else. You've got to do it. And that's what we're focusing on the pillar, on mindset and vision. And that's day one pillar. Any questions on day one pillar?
Yes. No, I've got that. And next.
Day two. So day two, we laid a foundation. We talked about how important your mindset is, as well as your vision. Then from there, we're talking about leadership, and we're talking also about executing with intention. So a lot, and we already talked a little bit about this. I don't know about you, but sometimes we have these big goals, these big dreams, and you have taken all the steps behind the scenes to get it done. But now you at that custody where you need to execute, you need to bring it into the world. And what do? We're indecisive. We're not making a decision. We're not following through, or we're missing the mark on little things that we need to do that you know you have the capabilities, but there's something holding you back. We're talking about this is the year of execution, intentional, strategic, implementation, and get things done. And it's going to take leadership. It's going to take self-leadership. And it's also going to take leadership of you leading your organization maybe a little differently. Understanding what everyone is going through emotionally and seeing how do we lead in a way that empowers others to really lead themselves.
Exactly. So that's, and keep them in that slipstream of simplicity and execution.
And we need that more than ever. I can tell you.
And we've been in that category ourselves. I have to keep bringing ourselves back to, okay, what is the absolute one focus? And what is pillar 3, Felecia?
So pillar 3 is all about understanding that the number one resource you have is who? It's you. You are the nucleus. You are the most important resource, because without you, all the things you're trying to do will fail to exist. So we're talking about scaling your life, scaling your business, but scaling it with self-care. Not planning all these great strategies and then putting self-care at the back burner. We're talking about how do we create a recovery plan where you are taking care of yourself while you're going after those big, hairy, audacious goals, while you're showing up, doing your lives, while you're in your business meeting, your corporate, taking time to say, okay, just like you did yesterday, go do some yoga on the beach, teach a class, do something that brings you joy. So how do you infuse joy? How do you infuse presence and take care of yourself while you go do the things? Because there's nothing wrong with ambition. We love ambition, but with ambition, you have to marry rest and recovery. That's what the athletes do. That's what the high achievers doing. And now it's time for you to do the same thing. Marry both and go out there and get it done. That's what day 3 is all about.
I think it's really important, because I know for me, I took on a new part of my business last April, and I was just like, I just went for it. Strategy, planning, the whole thing, 8 months of meetings, summits, running summits, being in summits, networking, strategic alliances, joint ventures. And I got to the end of the year and started to see some changes in my children. And I was like, have I been really present?
Yeah.
And I took a real back step, helicopter view, and went, how much joy is this bringing? And just did a real recategorization of everything. Went, hang on a minute, I could be doing this way smarter. And I reread the one thing, and I thought, this from January onwards, I'm going to focus on that 20% that's going to bring me the 80% of results. And every day I'm going to make sure that I've connected with my gorgeous husband. Yeah.
I just revisited the one thing myself.
Mine's over the other side of the room. I have my book here though. Just getting back to what those rocks every day. Years ago, I studied Stephen Covey, and it's those rocks. What have got to be in there every day? Connecting with your family, that health thing that we just talked about. Did I do my yoga this morning? And once you've put those little rocks in the day, then you can fill everything else in with those things that start to come up during the day, especially emails, because you get distracted. And then, by the time it gets to 5 o'clock, you've hit all of those points. And then it's kind of that, I've done it. But again, still feeling balanced and knowing that I know me. My husband always says, your to-do list is way too long, Amanda. There's always things that I haven't done. But now I just breathe and go, hey, I've done the most important things, give myself a break. I'm going to have coffee and breakfast with my friends now. And then I go off and do it. And I don't have the guilt now. I used to have the guilt, and now I don't have it, because I'm looking after me.
So good. And that's what it's all about. It's about finding what works for you, finding the little things. If it's a walk in the morning works for you, then get that walk infused in your day. If it's just standing up throughout your day, like we talked about there, finding ways to move your body, do what works for you. But it's important sometimes, I think, Amanda, for us to slow down enough to realize what and listen. Like you said, you had to do the helicopter view with the kids and just like observe, listen to our bodies and listen to ourselves. And say, what is working right now and what is not working? And a lot of the times, the things that's not working is because you're trying to push yourself into a mold, because society says you have to do it this way, or you have to operate your business this way, or you need to onboard this person this way, or all of this you should, versus what's really it's calling for you to do, and do it your way. And then you're going to get that love and that joy you're talking about. Then you're going to start to feel your day again and have some fun, man. Have some freaking fun in your day.
Yeah, that was I was still having fun, but not to the levels that I could do. So now I've got back into the creative part and rebranding, and just the whole rebranding thing this month has been so much fun. I'm working with a great marketing girl. We've had so much fun just putting things together and being creative, and I've forgotten how creative I am. I love the creative part, so I'm going to do much more of that to make sure that my brand really is in line with what I'm attempting to say. So I'm very excited about that. And again, it had exactly like you say, where is the joy? And for me, it's family, creativity, service, love service. And like you, interviewing and talking with people is way up there. So I want to be doing more of that and really, really build Align You TV. That's my mission for this year, because it brings me so much joy. I get to meet wonderful people like you and get to be in summits, that amazing summit that you're creating. So just before we go, I'd like to know, why did you create this summit? Why was it so important? And obviously it's been a joyful experience, Felecia. What really brought you to create the summit? What drove you to do it?
So before I answer that question, let me just give the audience. So the summit kicks off tomorrow. I just realized that we didn't say date or time. So it kicks off tomorrow, which is the 28th of January. So you still have time to sign up. We'll put all the information. So what made me create this particular event is just coming out of 2024 and with my clients that I have the privilege and honor to coach, and all the leaders like yourself, I have the honor to interview or be in their community. I see a common theme, a theme of a little heaviness, a theme of like we're doing the things with some joy, but we're losing ourselves as we're doing it because we're trying to conform into, if that makes sense. We're trying to conform into what needed in order to grow or strive our business and do all of this. So I thought, why don't we do an event? And I use the name Best Year Yet. And after I put it, I was like, I don't really like that name, because it's not about the best year yet. It's about you living into the best version of yourself. And we continue to do the best version of ourselves every single day. Every day you learn something new, you're growing. Every day you fail, that's a blessing too, because if you don't fail, you don't know what doesn't work and you don't know how to shift and pivot. So that's all coming into the best version of yourself. But I'm someone, once I make a name, I'm like, you know what, Phil, you got to stick with it. We got to be decisive. You got to move forward. We can't ruminate on this. So we just kept the name The Best Year Yet. But to be honest with you, Amanda, I was really looking for how do we help people become the best version of themselves and love themselves as they grow into that version of themselves and their business, because your business is going to ebb and flow. And I think in 2025, there's going to be a lot of ebbing and a lot of flowing and a lot of growing, because we already see technology is moving so fast.
AI, yes, incredible.
AI and all the things are moving fast. And the political climate is moving all over. Things are shifting. So if we're not grounded and if we're not rooted in who we are, and the version of who we are to be on this earth, we're going to get lost. This is the year we're going to get lost. And then you're going to be looking back. And the one thing I don't want folks to have is regret. Regret is heavy. Now, no matter if it's one step you can take forward, know who you are. And no matter what the noise around you is saying, be grounded in what you believe and stand up for what you believe, because I know it's going to get hard as we go into this year. It's already starting to bubble up. And this is an event where I think you can get some wisdom from some folks that are sharing from their heart. What are they doing right now to set themselves up for success? And you get to come into this event. And I always say, don't think you need to get from every single person. There's one person on that event probably that's going to speak to you. And if whoever that one person is, take that nugget and implement. Don't sit on the sidelines. This is a year that we all need to show up, because I don't want anyone to get lost and be left behind because they're not rooted in who they are. And they're trying to follow all these other, because a lot of people are going to come up on the woodwork and say, this is what needs to happen right now. This is who you need to follow. This is what you've got to do. And if you're not rooted, you'll start going after everything and you're going to end up lost.
I think that's happened to a lot of people. Yeah, I think that's happened to a lot of people in the last few months. And I think it's important. And I've gone through that myself, thinking that I was doing everything intelligently. And then I realized that I had so many plates in the air. Some of them were just not getting completed. So I was like, hang on a minute, let's get back to absolute basics. What is my through line? And I have to get everything I do into one word. Yeah. But it was hard. I got two. My main one is alignment, and the second one is empowerment. So I had to, because my marketing girl really pushed me. She goes, right, you got to get into one word, Amanda, everything you do.
I love that.
And then from that one word, okay, what is the best level of service that I can do to reach that result in this product, this product, this product? And you're limited to this amount, and get that done first, and then get the feedback, and then go on to the next thing. Because there are so many, like you said, shiny objects out there.
There's going to be a lot more coming.
It's so important to know who you are, who you want to serve. And like you said with the title of the summit, stick to it, because it's so easy to keep changing titles, because then Claude will say, well, this is a better title for your summit. Then you start changing things, and then you have doubts. The best year yet, the thing it said to me was, I want to be the best version of myself. And on my vision board over there, it says, this is going to be my best decade ever. So it spoke to me, and you stuck with it. It will speak to the right people. And it's the same for whatever product or service we come out with. If it's got your love and your energy in it, it is going to attract the right people. So I think we're going to have a fantastic time this week, Felecia.
I think we're going to have beyond fantastic time. And I'm so freaking excited for everyone to get to hear what you brought to the table, Amanda. I think they're going to see some, because you talked about some of the through lines as well, and some of the actionable things we could do right now to set ourselves up to make this and every single year your best year yet.
Yeah, we take you. Felecia made me do a little process. So there's a little process. If you come to my talk, there's a process that you can go through live on the talk, which will literally change your neural pathways into being more successful. And it would literally take a few minutes. So do not miss that. Come and join me and Felecia this week. I have put the link underneath the video here, and some of you have already got an email from me already. There's another one going out today with even more details. Anything else that you need, then please contact either myself or Felecia. And Felecia, if you just want to, I will put your details under the video as well, so they can get hold of you directly. And obviously you guys already know me anyway. Is there any last words that you'd like to say to our audience, please, Felecia?
So the last word I would just want to say to the audience is that you are enough. You have every single thing you need right now. It may just be hidden a little bit because of all the things you have gone through, but no, you are ready 100%. You have it right now. You are worthy. Now it's time for you to live into it. Just take the action. Just continue, take small action, and just continue to go forward, and just keep your head up high as you navigate through the next version, the next decade, and make it your best version of you. But you're already there.
Perfect. I couldn't have said it better myself, Felecia. Those are great words of wisdom, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what everybody else has to say this week. So I will see you obviously tomorrow. And everybody else, the link is below the video. Please sign up, and we look forward to seeing you this week on your best year yet. See you soon, guys. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Bye.